Show me where to go. I believe in fairy tales. What else do you need to know? Let's start the show.
Hello, my name is JP Magic and welcome to my show called JP Magic and Friends. Today I will have a sit-down interview with Phil from the Silly People and I will ask him how did he get into the show business. And first we're here at Cambridge, Montana's Cookhouse in 401 and Hespeler, where I do magic each Tuesdays. Kids eat free, and I've been doing it for 2 years. And watch me to do some magic. Have fun. Okay, do you guys like Frozen?
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay. So over here, I got a Frozen cup, and you know what's in the Frozen cup? Love. No. Can you open up your hand, and you know what's in it? It's a red ball. So, yes. Now, can you pass the ball over here? Now, do you have a magical wand?
No.
No, okay.
Focus, focus.
Yeah, okay. Now, we're going to use the Sharpie over here. Now, watch. I'm going to make this disappear. So, watch this over here. Watch. When I do this, and now it disappears.
And it's in the cup.
Yeah, see?
Probably.
Yeah, like that.
Guys.
Okay, watch it.
Probably a second ball in there.
Okay, this way. Watch. I'm going to do it clean and fair. I'm going to put it in my pocket and do this. Yeah? Now watch this here. Watch. Let's do it again. I'm going to put it in my pocket like that. And can you do this?
Do it.
Okay, what's underneath that? A bigger ball! No, this way. Watch. Okay. No, I cannot make this disappear. But what do you think is underneath that?
Ping pong ball.
Lift it up.
A what? You're gonna take it out and there's no orange gonna come out?
No, that's it. Yes.
Can I keep going?
Yeah, for sure you can. Life gives you a lemon. What do? Make coffee. Something like that. Do they say that? Lemon. Okay. Okay, let's do a coin trick here, okay? Okay.
Are you gonna make it like go on your skin and then pop out of
Okay, I got 2 coins. One 50-cent American and then 1 peso. So what's there? If I...
26 cents.
Yeah, 26 cents. Yes. Now what's there? If I do this, can you do this? Okay. Open up your hand. Close it. Oh, you got a good grip. Okay, watch this there. If I do this, watch. Something is in here and pop it out, and it's that peso.
Yeah, you only had one.
It's transferred.
How about that?
Can you make it like push into your skin and then pop out of your head?
In 28 hours, I can do it. Okay, what can I make you a balloon wise? What do you want this time? Do you want butterfly wings, or a crazy hat, or a flower, or a love bug?
Watchdog.
Yeah, watchdog.
Can I have a crazy hat?
Yes, you can.
Like a unicorn hat, maybe? Unicorn.
Yeah.
Like a crazy hat, just going everywhere.
Go everywhere.
Like a Joker hat.
Okay.
Just
Okay, cool. Can you pick out 7?
7.
Yes.
7. You did 6.
Yes. I'm just testing you. You are keeping me honest. I like this. This is good. It seems like you broke out of cartoon jail today by your striped shirt, yeah? Okay, so crazy hat.
7.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. I need your help. Can you hold this for me? Okay.
Very long pink sword.
Yes, you do. Do you like being a kid? Yes. Everything's paid for. Everything's like, yes.
I have my own money.
You do?
Whatever I want.
Nice.
Saving up for
That's awesome. Do you work for your money? Like, do you have chores at home?
She usually gets her allowance by like Christmas and communion.
Oh yes. Oh, that's cool. Wait, hold that, hold that.
Like 8 cups.
Awesome. Looks like Mardi Gras colors. Have you been to the Big Easy before? New Orleans? Have you been to New Orleans before? It's not done yet. Not done yet.
Still going, Chloe.
It's still going. Yes. Still more. There you go.
Don't move your head too much because you're going to be popping it up.
One more.
You want that crazy everywhere. Awesome. I call this fashion. Is this beautiful? Let's go to Paris and do the fashion walk there. Yeah, it's like, shit, attitude. I love it. It's beautiful. There we go. Let's put it there. Magnifico. Thumbs up. Okay, let's have some fun. Okay. Fork, can you do this? No, can you actually do this? Can you do that? See, watch, see? Now can you do this again?
How are you doing that?
Do you know what kind of fork this is? I call this a diet fork. It's a good diet fork, so. Magic! Jokes. Okay. Okay, do you have a deck of cards that I can use? No, you guys don't. Okay, that's okay, okay. You have that. Do you want me to do a magic trick with that? Okay, let's do it. Okay, good. Everyday magic. Okay, okay. You know what? This is gonna be a simple one. I'm gonna make this cap disappear on 3. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Did you see it disappear?
No.
The pen. The pen. The pen is up here. You see the pen? No, watch this here. Watch. Watch. Now I'm gonna make the pen cap disappear. 1, 2, 3. And now the cap has disappeared.
Where did the cap go?
I don't know. It's magic. Magic.
We need the cap.
Look over there.
I don't.
Out of Dad's ear. That was gross. Thanks, Dad. There's earwax all over it. That was gross. Okay. Yeah, you're okay. You spit it in. Okay. I have a card right here. This card will predict the number that you're gonna roll. So over here, I got 3 dice. I want you to pick a dice, not you. You're done.
What?
You're done, okay?
My brain.
I'm gonna pass it on, okay? You're so nice, Mom, laughing at that. Yeah, that's good. So I want you to pick a dice.
I want this dice.
Okay, do you know what I call this? I call this pair of dice. Sponsored by the Catholic Church, no. Okay, so this is it. This is it. I want you to roll the dice, and I want you to add the top number and add the bottom number together and divide that in half, and I guarantee this is the card. And if I get it wrong, I will pay for your dinner. Okay? If I'm wrong. If I'm wrong. Okay. So again, let's recap it here. Roll it. So 3, and what's the bottom number?
5, 4. Okay.
3 and 4, add that together and divide that in half. And what do you get? Say it out loud.
3.5.
What? 3.5? Shoot. I screwed up.
Yeah, you did. You have to pay for my dinner.
Okay.
Except for it's eat free.
Okay,
There's
so
a difference.
so what is the number? 3.5. Can you flip it over? The card? There you go. There you go. You can keep that. That's a souvenir.
Oh yeah, keep that.
Could be worth this one day. You never know, yeah. You never know. Hey, Maintenance Cookhouse, thank you a lot for having me here each Tuesday doing magic. Up next, I will have a sit-down interview with Phil, and he's from the duo called The Silly People. And I will sit down and I will ask him some questions. And hopefully, it will be a silly time. Stay tuned. Welcome back to JP Magic and Friends. I am JP Magic and I'm the host and I like to have fun. And now our next guest is, I'm a huge fanboy. When I was a teenager, I saw them performing at the Waterloo Buskers Festival. And when I was younger, I wanted to become a busker. But he doesn't do that anymore, but he does yo-yoing, balloons, comedy, and he's traveled over 20 countries and performed over 15, 20 years. And his name is Phil from The Silly People.
Hey man, how's it going?
Thank you. Thank you for coming on.
No problem. You know, when you tell people that you saw me when you were a teenager, it just makes me sound so much older.
Well, you got nice gray hair, so
Yeah, I
it's
do
wisdom,
have nice
you know?
gray hair,
It's
yeah.
wisdom.
It's my silver fox look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. Okay, how did you get into the show business?
Well, when I was in high school, I was like 16, 17. I had a friend who learned how to juggle. And I was like, no, that sounds fun. And we essentially just did it as something to do, you know, something fun, whatever. And then we realized that we could actually make money doing it by doing like kids' birthday parties and things like that. And so that's sort of how it all started. It was just sort of an interest. And then we didn't look at it as a career. But yeah, and then the Waterloo Busker Carnival in town, I mean, it's a very popular, it's been around for a long time. We had a chance to see a lot of great international performers and things, so we were exposed to it, you know, so we knew that it was something that people did. So you learn how to juggle, and then you learn a couple yo-yo tricks, and then you ride a unicycle, and then you walk on stilts, and then it's just like more and more and more and more and more. Essentially, that's how I got started, really. It was a fluke.
A fluke.
Well, I was, you know, something to do rather than just not go to class. You know, you could hang out and, you know, juggle. Yeah.
Yes. And your first trick is a yo-yo trick, right? Or something like that? You got into yo-yo?
When I was a kid, I was like 12 or 13, and I mean, yo-yos kind of went in and out of fad. And I remember there was like yo-yo pros from like the Canada Games who'd like come to our school, and basically they were doing it to promote and sell yo-yos to kids. But yeah, that was the first sort of, I guess, specialty skill that I learned, and it's something that I still do today.
Yes, so you still do that today, but also you founded KW Comedy Festival.
Yeah.
And you started that. So can you tell me that?
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
The KW Comedy Festival kind of spawned out of an arts festival that we used to run. We used to run the Waterloo Arts Festival, which ran for 5 years in Waterloo Park. And it was an outdoor event with variety performance and local artists and things like that. And then I had the opportunity to create an event in the urban center, in the Uptown. And so my first point was comedy festival, because we had been working a lot of comedy festivals, and it seemed like something that, you know, people wanted, and everyone loves to laugh, and stand-up comedy is a much easier sort of sell to the public than variety entertainment. Even though people love variety when they see it, they don't really know what it is, you know? Jugglers and magicians and clowns and acrobats and things like that. So yeah, we put on the first annual Kitchener Waterloo, actually it was the Uptown Waterloo Comedy Festival. That ran for 4 years, and then in our 5th year we expanded to Kitchener, and now we're the Kitchener Waterloo Comedy Festival. We run this year March 3, 4, and 5, and we're the 2nd largest comedy festival in Ontario, next to Just for Laughs.
That's great.
Yeah.
Have you did stand up before?
You know what? I've never actually done stand-up. I do a solo show, and it's a combination of variety and comedy, and it's some stand-up, but I still usually use audience participation and props and things like that. But as I get older and get a little lazier, I tend to sort of try to write more jokes and more sort of verbal comedy, which just makes it easier to travel with.
Yes.
It makes your show nice and tight, and you don't have to worry about, you know, going through customs and explaining why you have all these random weird
Machetes.
props. Yeah, things like
Gasoline.
that, you know,
Yes,
bowling
yes.
balls, you know, stuff like that. So,
Yes. And is it hard to write new material as an entertainer? Like, what advice would you give to younger people getting into this creative business?
I mean, I think comedy is one of those things where it's very subjective. So something that's funny to me may not be funny to you, may not be funny to the audience. So I think ultimately the way to kind of sell comedy to an audience is to be honest. Like, if it sounds like you're sharing an experience that's personal, you believe in it and you trust in the material and you can sell it to them. It doesn't feel forced, it doesn't feel scripted, it doesn't feel like you're lying to them. So I think just, you know, being comfortable and being able to sort of like drop all the boundaries and not be ashamed or afraid to talk to strangers about your life or experiences that, you know, you've seen. And I mean, some people have an easier time doing that, and it's a hard thing to sort of, you know, get past, but I think the audience can tell when you're being truthful, and they'll come along for the ride with you.
Yes. Last question. Again, thank you for coming on.
No problem, no problem.
What is your favorite moment as an entertainer? Like, what is your highlight when you look back and like think about it?
I've had a couple of great moments. I mean, I've had the luxury of being able to like travel the world and do shows in, you know, 30 different countries. So, I mean, I did get a chance to perform with Matchbox 20 here in
Yes.
town at the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium. It was a total fluke. I bumped into some of the band guys and I was doing some yo-yo tricks and they pulled me up on stage. That was a highlight. I also met Stuart McLean from the Vinyl Cafe on an airplane, and we started talking and he wrote a story about me and my sort of life and my journey, and then I did like a little mini tour with the Vinyl Cafe. So, I mean, that was great too. I mean, and that was just sort of a big sort of national exposure. But there's lots of little great moments. I mean, you can read it in my memoirs one day that, you know, I'm still looking for somebody to write. If anyone wants to write my memoirs,
Yes.
you know, feel free to contact me.
And how do people contact you
Well,
to book you? Because
well-
you are a great act, and I've seen you before. So
Thanks, man.
Yeah. So
The easiest way is to visit our website, www.sillypeople.com. Or if you're interested in information about the comedy festival, www.kitchenercomedy.com or waterloocomedy.com. It's got all the information. You can see great variety entertainers like yourself and lots of amazing stand-ups. So yeah, support a great local event.
yes. Well, thank you. Well, that is Phil from the Silly People. Give it up for Phil. Welcome back to JP Magic and Friends. I'm your host, JP Magic, and we are here live at Kind of Magic Uptown Waterloo. So come by here and tell them that JP sent you, and then maybe they will give you a high five. So today I will teach you a simple magic trick. This is one of my personal favorite ones because it's self-working. Okay, let's do it. So over here I have dice. So I want you to pick one. Okay, I'm going to pick that one. But before we go, I have a card. a prediction card right there. I'm gonna lay it down there. So I want you to roll that dice and add the top number and add the bottom number together and divide that in half. And I guarantee that's the card. If I'm wrong, I will pay for your beer. If I'm right, I won't. You pay me a beer. But if I'm wrong, I will pay you a beer. Okay, so let's roll it. So over here, I got 5. And below it, I got 2. So that's 7. Divide that in half is 3.5. Oh no! I said I screwed up. Beep. Would you like to see the card? Yes. So then what I do is flip it over. It's then 3.5. What? Okay. This is what you need. You have to get a brand new deck of cards. You find the 3 of spades or the 3 of clubs. And then this is what you need to do. You make a 3.5 on the card. And then make like a half of spade or half of shovel. There you go. So it's 3.5. And then the club is you do a half of club. Or you can do half of diamond and a half of heart too. So either way, you need a 3. So the preparation is done now. You put this in your wallet or your pocket or anything, and then you need dice. 1 dice is good. So you need to say to the spectator, pick a dice, roll it, and here's the interesting part. Each roll, it always ends up to be 7. Divide that in half at 3.5. Watch, see? 1, 5, 2, 7. 1, 6, 7. 4, 3 is 7. And then 2, 5 is 7. So each time that you roll, 5, 2, 7 is always 3.5. And to me, this is a great trick that you can go out to the local watering hole and get like free pints of OJ. Before I was married, I did that. And look at me, I have my own TV show. So practice this trick. Practice, it does take skill. One thing about being a magician is you have to have confidence. And sometimes you will screw up, but this is the trick that won't screw up if you do follow my words to do this properly. So work at it, practice, and if you see me out, say, hey JP, give me a high five, then I will. And thank you a lot for watching today's show, and unfortunately, we don't have time for Tom Green. So thank you for watching JP Magic and Friends.